Right, good morning everybody from Patrick's Patch, and I'm here with Rachel, and she is going to start demonstrating how to plant some of the lettuce seedlings that we sowed in early February. So these, Rachel, have come from where?
So these have been in the cold frame for a couple of weeks, and previous to that, remember we sowed them in seed trays and they were pricked out into these modular trays. They were sown on the 1st of February and it's now the 24th of March. So I know they're ready to plant because the roots are coming through nicely at the bottom. So I've just got the ground ready to plant them, and preparing this ground was fairly straightforward. It actually had a crop of winter celeriac in, which we've just cleared, which has made quite a nice loose soil ready for planting in. So I've just raked it level, and then I always like to have everything in nice tidy straight lines. So we put out, this is stretchy string, so just put the line out to plant to. And this soil's nice and loose and fairly easy to plant into, but just to make sure, I run the hoe along the line, just loosen up the soil a bit more so that when the young roots go in there it's nice and loose for them. Then the most important bit is getting the plants safely out of the module. So you don't handle the top, you definitely poking up from the bottom, and there it comes with a root system that's holding the compost together. And what I don't also do is I don't water them before I plant them, because they come out easier when the soil's almost a little bit drier.
Okay.
These are little gem type lettuces, so I'm going to space them that far apart.
About 15 centimetres apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these you're going to pick as a whole head lettuce?
There'll be a whole head little gem.
Yeah.
So because I've got the line, I'll space about 5 out at a time. Today it's quite dull, but if it's a sunny day, it's not good to have those roots exposed any longer than you need to. So we'll put those, space those out nicely, and then it's nice and soft. Pop them in, firm them in a little bit. They'll get firmed in when we water them as well.
Okay.
Put those 3 in. So I've got a lot to plant. We'd carry on along the row, and this tray will be 3 or 4 rows of lettuce.
Yeah.
So I'll just water them in now, because that just settles the soil around them as well. And it's only March, so to get them going a bit quicker, we'll cover this crop with some fleece. Got my fleece over here. We could use clochers, just keeps it nice and humid and a bit warmer as they get growing. But we'll cover ours over with a layer of fleece. And I've learnt that you've got to keep the fleece off the plants. I'll put the odd hoop in to raise the fleece up, because when it's frosty it can actually frost the leaves through the fleece if it's touching.
And how many weeks before you'd expect to be harvesting these lettuce,
These ones,
Rachel?
so for about 14 weeks to mature, and they were sown at the beginning of February.
Okay. So we're about halfway there.
Yes.
Yeah, about another 7 or 8 weeks of growing.
Yes, so half in the greenhouse cold
Yeah.
frame, half in the soil.
How long after planting would you expect to remove the fleece?
If that's more to do with the time of year, at this time of year I'll probably leave it on for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And less as it gets warmer, because it can actually get too warm under the fleece.
Okay, so there we are. That's the planting of the lettuce modules directly now into the ground, and it's the end of March. So good luck with that, and we'll be back with another demonstration on planting potatoes next.